Hey everyone, welcome to Little Witch Academia episode 5. And this episode kind of had a weird thing with Amanda and Akko kind of butting heads at the beginning of the episode. They're kind of somewhat of the focus of the episode a little bit, but I want to focus on something else. The episode kind of had a theme of science slash magic versus, I guess, science and technology versus magic, which is kind of interesting seeing how two characters in this episode use technology and use magic, and especially with the character of Constance, which we've seen in the second OVA, and a little bit in the, I guess, Broom episode where Akko was riding around. That how she uses like a mixture of magic and technology. We even see her using like technology in this episode, making a microwave and using her machines to make a laundry machine basically, and even down to using a gun that shoots magic. So it's kind of interesting seeing that, and there's another character later on that I'll talk about who uses technology in a different way. But yeah, so that was a cool theme so far in this episode, just seeing that blending of how Little Witch Academia's world sees technology and uses it. But so yeah, jump back to Akko and Amanda, who were butting heads because obviously because of the race episode. I think this is what this is carrying over from, because Amanda still is a little bit irritated that she lost to Akko in this. But even though they find a common enemy through Diana, who kind of makes fun of them a little bit later on. Not really makes fun of, but more like comments about them. And she comments about towards Akko that you're disruptive, you cause problems for everybody, and you're generally kind of loud and maybe somewhat of a nuisance around here. And Amanda is just lazy and doesn't really apply herself and tries to find the easy way out of things. And Diana, and this, she's not really evil. She's not meaning to, she's not trying to go out of her way to make fun of these two or make fun of them at all. She's just telling them how it is, and that's just how Diana is. And of course, Amanda and Akko don't really see eye to eye on this. They kind of both agree that Diana's stuck up, being show off and all this, and it comes from a rich family, blah blah blah. She just thinks she's all that. So they find a common, I guess, ground on the fact that they both don't like Diana, which is a silly thing for them to kind of bond over. But yes, they kind of realize that, and they're outside cleaning because they did get punished for, I guess, disrupting class, causing an explosion and just making a mess. So they, got in trouble. So they have to do laundry and clean the school. But while they're cleaning, they see these dragons steal the Sorcerer's Stone, which prompts these two girls to chase after it, but the stone is taken away and they lose their magic. So, these two girls run to the teachers, and the teachers know of the situation, but they're not doing anything about it at the time. So, Akko and them go back to doing the laundry, but still, they are irritated that the teachers aren't doing anything, so they decided to take it upon themselves and show Diana that they're not dumb or incompetent like she thinks they are. So they kind of, with their other team, their friends, they kind of are dragged along on this side mission to get the Sorcerer's Stone back. And on doing so, they get attacked by these dragons, which Akko seemed to notice something after they took out a couple of dragons, that they weren't really actually dragons, really. They were more mechanical, because they had some gears and stuff when they saw one of the dragons on the ground. I guess Constance blew a hole through one, whatever. You can see the gears inside of it. But yeah, Constance and her friends, and Law and Susie are taken away by these dragons. So, Akko and Amanda have to work together again to get to them, but Akko, using her dumb luck, falls into a hole and finds this, like, cave, or this tomb, or whatever you want to call it. And as they get down farther, we start seeing the blending of, more modern, we see this air duct they're in, and we see, like a machine, and we see a big computer monitor, and they kind of enter this dragon's lair, which is pretty hilarious. This perspective we see on the going from their size to the dragons, which is giant area, and the other girls are kind of caught in this cage. So it was cool seeing that perspective change, and Akko, and then they find out with this dragon whose name is Fafnir, who is struck a deal with Little Witch, the school, a long time ago to, he basically gave them money to keep the school running, and since they didn't pay up, he took the stone as payment because they didn't pay him back. So obviously, he's just gonna hold that until they pay him back. But in the meantime, Diana and a few teachers, I guess, found the original document for this agreement and found out it was written in this dragon language. And none of the teachers at the time knew how to read this dragon language. But Diana, obviously being the smart, rich girl, can read this, and she read that, and there's a couple loopholes she found on it that don't really add up. And since the teachers couldn't read the document, they were tricked into, you know, working with this dragon. And he finally breaks down and gives in. Okay, fine, this contract is void, and they won't do it anymore. So they kind of go both their ways. So Diana kind of saved the day in a way in that because she, used her knowledge of dragon language to figure this out. And again, at the same time, we get back to the same message about magic versus science and technology. With the dragon kind of relying more on this technology side, it even tells Akko that you need to get with the times because magic is going to go away. Magic won't be around forever, and technology is taken over, so it won't be using magic anymore. But Akko being kind of the like some people would call her stubborn, but she still feels in her heart magic will be around forever, and tells Fafnir that she still believes magic will be number one in her world, in her life, and she still wants to be a magician or a witch no matter what. But yeah, so Fafnir kind of says that it's great to have that mentality. He's kind of happy there's witches like her out there, but at the same time he's relying on technology. He doesn't really see magic being a thing anymore in the future. And so yeah, it shows you that like Dragon again, he uses technology, relies on that more. As far as like he made himself some coffee, he's on his computers, he's even like watching the stock markets online, and yeah, he's into that digital world and the technology side. While you have someone like Constance who uses technology and magic together to do one thing together. So it's kind of cool seeing that, I guess, difference of the magic side. I mean, Little Witch Academia for a long time, I just assumed it was all magic related. Like there was no technology whatsoever. But people like Constance shows you that there is technology, but it's not in everyone's face. But with Fafnir, he uses technology to for his everyday life. So yeah, and so yeah, Diana saved the day, and thanks to her power to read. Extras in the episode was fun seeing Amanda and Akko kind of interact together, even though they didn't really get along until they figured out, hey, we both hate Diana, so they were working with her, working together to take down Diana at the same time was pretty funny. Constance showing off her skills. It was just neat seeing her use the technology, make the shotgun and use that. It was cool. She's always been a character I had my eye on, but the OVA obviously never got a chance to explain much about her. So maybe this coming up in the series we'll see more about her and her future and why she has an interest in machines and magic at the same time. And again, the perspective of the dragon's lair was pretty funny with the magic world. And again, the science versus magic is always a fun subject to talk about, and shows that you kind of show you both sides. Railgun, Index, those two shows are kind of like that. They show you the differences in power, I guess, as far as like magic and science. And Fafnir being a greedy dragon fits the whole dragon mythos thing, where dragons are very greedy. They like money, or either they like shiny things, or they want things kept to themselves, or just being greedy in general. So it was funny to see Akko kind of confront the dragon about being greedy, which is again a dragon thing that isn't something that is far-fetched. We've seen it in other shows and movies that talk about dragons. So yeah, that's been episode 5. I'll see you guys for episode 6. Until then, see you later.